Alright. Round 2. Trying to do better. Playing first. Not sure. I would mulligan it for sure with just these 2 lands. We do have the Ghoul Clue Stone, so as long as we draw 1 more land, we're going to be okay. On colors, the hand doesn't do anything as is. Doesn't allow Lotleth Troll into. Does, as long as we get to that 1 land. So we'll have 2 draws to get that 3rd land. I think we mulligan. And I guess we keep this. Now this is almost worse hand. I just don't like to mulligan to 5. The difference between 5 and 6 is much bigger than the difference between 7 and 6. Alright. I really want to see a forest. Well, he seems to be stuck on 1 color. And we hit the other one. So if he can miss some land drops here, or just keep dropping more forest, we probably have a decent business. Yeah. If he doesn't do anything here, begin with the Slaughterhorn and follow that up with the Carnage Gladiator, and then maybe even a Ripscale Predator on turn 6, he's gonna be hard pressed. Yep, he's in trouble, I think. No! No! Damn you, Island! Island! Damn you! That's not the worst thing. So that can save him a little bit of life. But we're going to keep the pressure on here, looks like. Even if he blocks there, he's still going to take 1 damage from that. And then 4 more from here. Drop it 4/4. Like, I mean, he can kind of start crawling his way back into this, but it's going to be difficult. Beetleform Mage does evolve, which makes things awkward here. Yeah, I'd like to get some removal. Mountain. So if I just swing with the team, he blocks the clean with the clean and enemies, and then he takes 4, or he ended up taking a total of 9 damage, puts him at 3. That's pretty decent. Maybe he forces me to regenerate with this and chumps with that, and then he takes a little bit less damage. Or he could block with the clean and enemies there, and then try and trade that off. Takes 4, 5, 6. I have to regenerate this. He loses the Beetleform Mage. So his best case scenario is take 6 and with a trade. That seems pretty reasonable. I don't really like having to use my mana on this, especially when I got a Ripscale Predator in hand. I think just getting in the damage while I can is correct. Putting him at 6 with a Carnage Gladiator on the board is pretty decent. Wish I had a combat trick. That weapon surge would be pretty sweet. Not letting him be able to activate that is pretty important. Although that would probably cramp his mana. So. Oh. I have to stack those. And we have to regenerate him. Okay. So it's still pretty decent pressure on him. He has to have a follow-up play. So the gatekeepers. Yeah, that's not really. We're still in pretty good shape here because he's got to block both of them, and I guess he just kind of chumps essentially the gatekeepers. Or he could let me just get in for a bunch. Let me get in for 5. My mana's pretty awkward here. I'm not following up with anything, but just keeping the damage in on him is kind of doing a number. It's a lot to regenerate. He still takes 2. And Elusive Crassus. Not really an ideal play for him. He can chump again. And take 2 again. Yes, that was my text tone. Bioshift. Interesting. So he's going to make that a 1/5 instead of. I guess that's an interesting, but I'm happy to see him main decking that thing. There are some stuff you can do with it. You can move +1/+1 counters on your opponent's deck around, so that like you can take somebody who wasn't unleashed and kind of make them unleashed. So he still takes 2 here. I don't have to use my regeneration mana. There's no board wipes in these colors, so no reason not to play Ripscale Predator. Yes. Well, he got double blue. See what he can do with that. That's probably not going to get it done. Yeah, this is the kind of game I need. Nothing, he doesn't really do anything early on, and then I just go 4-drop, 5-drop, 6-drop. Let's do some nastiness. He's digging for some sort of answer. I don't know, like Pit Fight might buy him. No, Pit Fight wouldn't do it. Alright. Okay, so we saw Beetleform Mage, Cerulean Gatekeepers clinging to enemies. So it looks like he's a little bit He's got some 1/4, 2/4, 0/4. So kind of slow. Maybe the Maze Rusher is something we want here. And then cut. Maybe the Weapon Surge wouldn't give us enough power to get through a lot of his guys. They're kind of high toughness guys. Trestle Troll, does that do anything against him even? He can get up to 4/3, so that's still reasonable. Normally I go down to 17 lands when I know I'm going to be drawing first, but I don't actually know that. He might want to draw first. Probably he doesn't, but our mana base is so bad anyway. I'll keep 18 lands. Such a bad mana base. I'm just completely making sure that I'm going to screw ourselves. Ultimate price seems fine. That's fine. I don't want to really get rid of any creatures. Maybe the Jailbreaker. I don't know. I'll get rid of Weapon Surge. Oh, that seems like a card I want to play. So yeah, all 3 colors of mana, and no 2-drop, but we do have a 3-drop. And then a couple 5-drops. So, yep. The Gruul War Chant is actually, I think, going to be pretty effective, pretty useful. We'll find out. Spire Tracer, that's fine. As long as you don't do something crazy. And we can't draw, and we don't draw any removal for it. But it seems fine. I was just wondering if they changed that horrible 5-mana aura that does +3/+3 and gives the creature haste, because obviously you just spent 5 mana on an enchantment. You must have, you know, probably played like a 5-drop on the same turn. That's a little bit worrisome. But he's stuck on lands, so that's all right. So we play him, and so go. So if that 5-mana aura that does +3/+3 in haste, if it was +3/+3 in hexproof, it might be playable. Probably not still for 5 mana, but it would. It wouldn't be as bad as it is now. As of now, it's like the haste. You just look at it and go, "Why this? Why?" Okay, so we get Rites of Reaping, so we can shrink this guy down if he doesn't get zoomed up, and we can play the Gruul War Chant. And that means he's going to attack us at 3/3 and not be able to be blocked. So that's decent. 5 drops. I guess the Rust Scarab is just strictly better, since we don't ever have the Vigilance here. Now he found his 3rd land. Or no, he found it last time. Okay, in 04. 04 unblockable. So he's like all in with this evasive type stuff. So we could ultimate price the hover barrier, and then this guy gets in. That doesn't seem like the ideal use of our mana right now. We can attack, and then he just double blocks. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't look like we have any ability to block any of his guys anyway. I guess we should just go ahead and do it. On the off chance he doesn't block. So I don't think he's going to be any use as a defender against Mr. You must have flying or reach, and yeah, so he just took the damage. Tap land, please. Okay, and then we play Rust Scarab. So next turn, maybe we do a Rites of Reaping as a sorcery, and then kill off the Spire Tracer and pump up one of these guys. Beetle Form Mage, okay. Yep, you evolve. Are you going to attack me? Or are you going to stay back and try and defend? Assuming he attacks with the Spire Tracer at least, the Crassus has more utility as a blocker. Well, that's interesting. Still can't Rites of Reaping and Slaughterhorn at the same time. We are at 12, so that kind of messes up our mana. So this guy attacks as a 5. This guy attacks as a 3. Maybe the Beetle Form Mage is the bigger problem right now because he hits for 4 instead of 2. It does take up his mana to do it. His mana is pretty limited. I think he can kill us next turn, like, at all. I think we Rites of Reaping and we kill the Spire Tracer, force him, if he wants to hit us hard, he's going to have to use up his mana for it. And then make him 6/6, essentially. So he'll be 6/6, he'll be 5/5 for both attack. You can double block one of them and only chump, essentially. Okay, so he gets +3/+3, and since I don't have any blockers back anyway, he's a 2/2. He's a 2/2 with an ability. Yes, I guess I should get rid of the Beetle Form Mage. Why give him the ability to activate, or the option to activate an ability, since I'm not leaving any blockers behind anyway. So, slightly interesting choice here between killing the Crassus or the Hover Barrier. Hover Barrier is a little bit harder to get through with the Rust Scarab, but like the Crassus can actually attack me, and it'll probably be a 2/6 next turn anyway. So, and also you can't hit it with Ultimate Price, so. I got that right. He's number 1. Yeah, he's numero uno. Alright. So next turn we have Slaughterhorn available for combat trick. We can Ultimate Price. Gruul War Chant's pretty nice, as long as you're not behind. When you're behind, it's worthless. So we'll see if he... Oh, he's going to gain 7 life from that. That sucks. That totally changes the clock here. Alright. So Carnage Gladiator, that also changes the clock. Huh. Alright, he's up to 16, so we're not going to be killing him this turn. If he was still at 9, we could ultimate price and then attack in for 8 and then slaughter Horn off for the remaining kill. As is now, we're a little bit worse off. So we can Carnage Gladiator, and then we can attack with the Rust Scarab. So that means he takes 5, or he double blocks and takes 2, and I kill the Gatekeepers. Or I could just play the Thunder Fist and just attack with the Rust Scarab anyway, and then give him the option of taking 5 or double blocking, and getting that killed. I think. It's hard for us to block him anyway. For 16. That life game is pretty annoying. I think just playing the Thunder Fist is better. Because leaving up Regeneration Mana is pretty awkward for him. And this guy will eat any attackers. We might actually need to block at some point, so we'll just attack with him. Go. Okay, that's a guy. He is attacking, right? Alright, so I'm trying to think. If I ultimate price out the hover barrier, his only options are to double block with those two guys, so he's not even doing that. He's not keeping me on the clock. Lobber Crew. Okay. So if I attack in with everybody, he becomes 4, 5. It's 15 power coming at him. He's got to do some double blocks, and I can make double blocks pretty bad for him. If I want to allow him to make 2 double blocks, no, it actually, yeah, if I ultimate price the hover barrier, you can only block 2 of these guys, and then whichever one, yeah, one of the ones that goes through, I can slaughter Horn for the win. So clearly, the ultimate price. I don't think there's any way I can possibly lose this, so I'm gonna get rid of the hover barrier anyway. I don't think it matters. As long as I click this correctly. Yeah. So he double blocks there, which is fine. Place, okay, so that's not asking me, so I guess I would kill that first. And then we slaughter Horn him and win. take 13. Yep. This is pretty good. We got in like almost all of the damage we got in because of this. So, yeah, I think otherwise, like if this was just like a, say a 3-4 for 4, we're in much worse shape. We could maybe still win because he didn't have that much pressure on us, but we would need to draw some kind of removal for him eventually. Ripscale Predator would be pretty good. Yeah, eventually we get some removal there. But alright, so thanks for watching. We'll see in round 2 if we can get this monstrosity to 2-1, which I'd be pretty happy about.